2 balls and a strike to count on Taylor. Reyes fires, swing and a drive, deep left field. It's his way back. Walk the ball.
What's up, everyone? Welcome into DodgerHeads, presented by DodgerBlue.com. My name is Jeff Spiegel, joined today by Matt Moreno. Matt, the Dodgers have made a signing. Hanser Alberto is coming over, utility infielder. This came amongst rumors. Jonathan Villar was a guy they were linked to. Josh Harrison is the guy they were linked to. They land on Alberto, listed as he played some second base, shortstop, and third base. He's a 29-year-old right-handed hitter, and it's kind of a funny thing. But, Matt, I'll just start with big picture. Alberto, Villar, Harrison, the 3 guys they were linked to. Harrison, of course, has since signed with the White Sox. Were you surprised to see the Dodgers swimming in this market for sort of bench infield bats?
No, not at all. It made all the sense in the world, especially since Dave Roberts a few days ago just said, starting pitching and position player depth, and specifically with the bench, were areas that the team was kind of focused on addressing before the regular season begins. And we've talked about it, you can never have enough pitching depth.
Yeah.
And that's even with Clayton Kershaw coming back. B, the Dodgers bench last year really struggled because of injuries, because of just relying on, relatively inexperienced players. And so that made sense. That it ended up being Hanser Alberto was a little bit surprising. And Josh Harrison is somebody that the Dodgers have been linked to in the past, so that made sense. I know we'll get into Alberto a little bit. I think he's more going to be like a defensive, I don't want to necessarily say specialist, but that's probably going to be more of his calling card and contributions, is the versatility that the Dodgers obviously love, as opposed to, packing a real punch off the bench.
Yeah, Alberto played with the Rangers, Orioles, and Royals. I'm going to be honest, full disclosure. I was not super familiar with Hanser Alberto. When they signed him, I was like, this is a minor league deal? This is a major league deal? I wasn't sure. Yeah. But I'll say this. When I dove into all 3 of these guys, their numbers, the StatCast stuff, some fascinating things. So let's start with the guys that they did not go with, because I think we all agree that it was probably one of Harrison, Villar, and Alberto. So although Harrison is now signed, I don't think Villar was going to be of interest. Villar, coming off one of the best years of his career, hit .250 last year. 738 OPS, 18 home runs, 14 stolen bases. However, StatCast not kind. Bottom 25th percentile in exit velocity, hard hit, a lot of the expected numbers, strikeout rate, whiff rate, etc. Harrison, again, who has since signed with the White Sox, he was coming off one of his better years. He hit .280, but again, bottom of the league in many StatCast numbers. That leads us to Hanser Alberto, and I'll say this, Matt, this is one of the funniest StatCast things I ever saw. Somebody on Twitter, I forget who, so apologies, they sent me a video that somebody did. It was like a 7-minute breakdown of Hanser Alberto. They called him the anti-Nelson Cruz, and I honestly loved the video. I was so entertained. I'm not sure it makes him a good baseball player, but it makes him entertaining. Here is the headline for Hanser Alberto, if you're unfamiliar. He swings at everything. He hits for no power. He never strikes out, and he never walks. He swings at everything. He hits for no power. He never strikes out, and he never walks. You look at the StatCast. Here's what happened. In 2020, that was the last year he kind of had a big enough relative to league-wide sample size. He was in the first percentile, literally last in the league, in exit velocity, in hard hit, in chase rate, and in walk rate. So he chased more than anyone. He never walked, and he never hit the ball hard. He was under 10th percentile in expected weighted on base, expected slugging percentage, and barrel percentage. However, 91st percentile in whiff rate, 95th percentile in strikeout rate. So and he's a solid defender again, played second base, third base, shortstop. To me, this is hilarious because typically when you have a guy who has a terrible chase rate, he's swinging at things all over the place. He strikes out a lot. This guy never strikes out. He swings at everything. He doesn't go deep into counts. He just puts the ball in play, puts the ball in play, slapping it around. So I'll say this. How many times did we see Steven Souza or Billy McKinney or Zach Rex or Luke Raley come up and you're just like, please just put the ball in play. Please just put the ball in play. Guess what? Hanser Alberto, he's going to freaking put the ball in play. It might not do much with it. I mean, he hit 250, 270 last year, so that's good. On base, 291, terrible. So he's going to put the ball in play. He's going to get some hits. He'll play solid defense. He plays second, third, and short. To me, I like this signing a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you want to find a silver lining with his offensive profile, it's, he makes contact at the very least, right? And that sometimes that's, half the battle, obviously. And who knows, maybe if he's still with the team in 2023, and shifts are sort of limited or banned, however they may be, that could end up helping his batting average and on-base percentage.
Totally. Yeah, and I mean, again, you just look at the makeup of the Dodgers, and I look at this guy and I say, okay, the fact that he can swing at things out of the zone and never misses, Like there feels like there is an elite skill somewhere in there, like barrel control, hand-eye coordination, whatever it is. There's something elite in the ability to swing at everything outside of the zone and put it in play or make contact. So who knows? Maybe the Dodgers, they work some magic. They say, let's rein this into stuff inside the zone. We're not going to make you a 25 home run a year guy, but who knows? Maybe they find something there. So Hanser Alberto will be the newest member of the Dodgers bench, a right-handed hitter. Again, plays all over the infield. Some other transactions worth noting, some minor league signings, some invites to spring training, that type of thing. We've got a number of relief pitchers, Reyes, Moronta, Yency, Almonte, Daniel, Zamora, and Mike Wright. We've got 3 righties in there, Zamora being a left-hander. And then maybe the most interesting name of the group, Jake Lamb, also a non-roster invitee. He's an infielder, 31 years old. Dodger fans, of course, probably familiar with his time with the Diamondbacks. He's a lefty. He hit 59 home runs between 2016 and 2017. Many thought, hey, maybe this is one of the next stars, a really good player in this league for a while. Since then, he's played just 220 games across the last 4 years, hit just 22 home runs, and the last 3 years hit below 200. So definitely a reclamation project, maybe a AAA type guy. I knew the Dodgers signed a number of people that we got excited about and they never saw above the minor leagues. But Moronta, Almonte, Zamora, Wright, and Lamb, any thoughts on those guys or names that jump out to you?
Lamb, I'm with you on Lamb just because, if you remember him, like you said, from the Diamondbacks years, it felt like he always had big games against the Dodgers. But really, every player you just named all has major league experience, which I think is interesting. And of course, we might see these guys spend the majority of the season at AAA, but if the Dodgers are in a pinch and they need to come up, at least, it wouldn't necessarily be rookies that they're kind of relying on for either spot at bats or innings to sort of eat up.
Yeah, and we've got a video coming later this week talking about the state of the Dodger bullpen. Obviously, Joe Kelly has signed with the White Sox, so we'll be breaking that one down. But yeah, I'm with you. Almonte's another guy I recognize. Obviously, he was with the Rockies, and so I saw the name. I was like, hey, if I recognize your name, that is half the battle in the non-roster invitee stage. So the headline here again: Hanser Alberto signs with the Dodgers. Him and Clayton Kershaw, kind of the 2 major league signings that we've seen post lockout. So we'll see what happens, see whether the Dodgers can tap into that hand-eye coordination and bring something there. So that's Matt Moreno. My name's Jeff Spiegel. As always, check out DodgerBlue.com, DodgerBlue1958 on social media for all the latest. And please subscribe, ring the notification bell here as well as we march towards spring training, as we march toward opening day. Some exciting stuff in the works. We'll see you next time.